What's up, learners? It's another day to learn and a new day with possibilities and opportunities to come across, bearing with a positive mindset. So let's buckle up as we try to unlock new doors that seem new to us. I am student teacher Nika from BEd 2, your teacher for today's episode. For today's video, I will enlighten you about Module 2 safety issues in ICT in teaching and learning. Here are the key topics to be discussed in this presentation. Number 1, the risk that we have to be aware in the use of digital technologies. 2, minor issues of ICT. 3, e-safety rules. 4, network management, and under these are safety in the use of network in schools, password policy, personal mobile phones and mobile devices, and cameras. Number 5, setting up an educational technology room. And lastly, 6, specific safety rules that can reduce the risk of accidents in the working stations.
Technology is a phenomenon that seems to be uncontrollable. Despite the so many benefits for teaching and learning, there are also negative effects or influence on the learners. Hence, as future teachers, we have to be aware of how to safeguard learners in the school communities, where they spend most of their waking hours, and also in their homes or facilities that provide opportunities to use digital technologies like internet cafes. Safeguard and protection should be the primordial role of parents, teachers, and schools.
There are so many risks that we have to be aware in the use of digital technologies. These may include the following. Number 1, exposure to inappropriate content including online pornography, extremism or exposure to violence associated with racist language. 2, lifestyle websites like self-harms and suicide sites and hate sites. For students with mental health issues such as depression or an eating disorder, these sites can be damaging as they create environment where users may normalize behavior which is harmful, for example, encouraging self-harm or extreme calorie restrictions. Be aware that our students can find these sites easily. Most of these disturbing websites are not illegal, which means they will remain online, and it is our duty as teachers to monitor and manage. You would not feel safe allowing your learner to wander aimlessly through a large city alone and in the middle of the night. So remember that the internet is like a large city, full of good and bad, and a place that a child needs to be supervised. 3, cyberbullying in all forms, receiving sexually explicit images or messages. As we all know that this is still a living issue in today's world of the students. 4, privacy issues including disclosure of personal information. Today, you can access almost anything on the internet, from entertainment, credit, and financial services to products from every corner of the world, while the internet affords a certain level of anonymity. There are increasing ways in which your personal information can be at risk. Some students can be vulnerable as they place a great deal of importance on developing an online personality, and many sites ask for their personal information. 5, health and well-being. Amount of time spent on online, internet gaming, and many more. 6, prolonged exposure to online technologies, particularly at an early age. 7, addiction to gambling and gaming. 8, theft and fraud from activities such as phishing. 9, viruses, trojans, spyware, and other malware. Phishing is the name given to scams sent via email that try to trick you into revealing sensitive information or downloading malicious software such as viruses, malware, or ransomware. These phishing emails pretend to be from recognizable organization in order to gain your trust so that you will follow the action they are requesting. These organizations can include banks, online retailers, delivery companies, technology companies, and other trusted organizations including the university. And then, social pressures to maintain online networks via texting and social networking sites. Next is minor misuse of ICT. In school, some minor misuse made by learners include the following: copying information into assignment and failing to acknowledge the source, or what we call plagiarism and copyright infringement. In this new normal online learning, we are using online educational apps for class meetings and submission of work. And admitting that if we don't know the answer to our assessments, it is very easy for us to go online and search for the answers. Students create the term Google is the key, but other students are careless enough not to know that they are already subjected to plagiarism or copyright claims because they don't know how to cite sources or present a corresponding reference. Next is downloading materials not relevant to their studies. Misconduct associated with subject logins, such as using someone else's password. Leaving a mobile phone turned on during class period. Unauthorized taking of pictures or images with mobile phone camera still or moving.
With all those previous concerns and many more that I have mentioned, the question is, how do we confront all of these to protect our future generation? Representing e-safety. E-safety takes care not only of the internet technologies, but also of the electronic communications via mobile phones, games, consoles, and wireless technology. But wait, stop. What is e-safety? E-safety at simple level means being safe on the internet. Some people also includes the safe use of technology in this as well. It highlights the need to educate children and young people about the benefits, risks, and responsibilities of using information technology.
Here are some issues of e-safety. E-safety helps safeguard children and young people in the digital world. E-safety emphasizes learning to understand and new technologies in a positive way. E-safety educates children about the risk as well as the benefits so we can feel confident online. And lastly, e-safety supports young learners and adults to develop safer online behaviors, both in and out of school. Now that we have learned the e-safety rules, let's move on to network management. And under this is safety in the use of network in schools. 1. Make clear that no one should log on as another user. 2. Require all users or students to always log off when they have finished working. 3. Maintain equipment to ensure health and safety. 4. Provide students with access to content and resources through guided e-learning. 5. Set up a clear disaster recovery system in the place for critical data that include secure, remote backup of critical data. 6. Secure wireless network to appropriate standards suitable for educational use. 7. Install all computer equipment professionally and meet health and safety and security. 2. Password policy. Only authorized users will have individual passwords. Users are not permitted to disclose their password unless they get permission or they got permission from the owner or from the management. The equipment that keeps the personal information shall be locked and when unattended to prevent unauthorized access. Computers should be set to a timeout if they become unused for a certain period of time. 3. Personal mobile phones and mobile devices. All mobile phones shall be kept away in a box, away from the children or learners, and access is only allowed at break time or at the end of the classes or when needed during the class period. 4. Cameras. Taking pictures only from parents or caregivers and not from any other family member or friend while the child attends to class. Any picture taken of children shall be on camera solely for the purpose. Now let's proceed to setting up an educational technology room. Schools that plan to dedicate a room where the students can access technologies for learning should include the following basic safety rules. 1. Provide tiltable tables. These tables can be tilted and adjusted to the height of the users. 2. Provide anti-glare screen filters. 3. Provide adjustable chairs. 4. Provide foot support. 5. Make sure lighting is suitable. 6. Make sure workstations are not cramped. 7. Plan work at a computer so that there are frequent breaks. More specifically, safety rules that can reduce the risk of accidents in the working stations should include: no trailing wires across or around the room which people can trip on. Computer equipment is often connected to lots of cables, power, network, etc. If these cables are laying on the floor, they can cause people to trip over them. And the solution for this one is place cables inside cable ducts or under the carpet or flooring. 2. Electrical sockets should not be overloaded. Plugging too many power cables into a socket can result in the socket being overloaded, overheating, and a fire starting. 3. Food and drinks should not be placed near machines. If any liquids are spilt on electrical equipment, such as a computer, it can result into damage to the equipment or an electric shock to the user. The solution for this one is keep drinks and food away from the computers. 4. Electrical equipment should be safety tested at least once a year. 5. There should be adequate space around desks for people to move. 6. Bags and obstacles should be stored out of the way. 7. Fire extinguishers should be available. 8. Fire exits should be clearly marked and free from clutter.
Safety issues on the use of ICT, including e-safety rules using technology, is not a risk by itself, but how it is used will be vulnerable to risks. When improperly used, it will pose dangers to the users in school and at home. That is why it is vital to study the safety issues of ICT in teaching and learning, because it provides the means to increase awareness of how health and safety can be compromised by the way we use ICT and what we can do to ensure healthier computing environment. That's all for today, learners. I hope you have gained some knowledge in our discussion. See you in my next video. Annyeong!